and welcome to everybody on Cloud Fitness. So in today's video, we are going to see how we can use reduce function to union data frames in Databricks. So we will see how we can actually use this reduce function to union the data frames in both Python as well as in Scala. So without any further delay, let's move on to the portal and see exactly how we can do that. So if you see on the screen right now, I have created three data frames, right? So these are the three data frames that I have created: data frame 1, data frame 2, and the data frame 3. I have created this using create data frame API, and you already know, like we have been discussing about all of these things in my previous videos. In case you have not watched my Databricks playlist, I do recommend watching the playlist. Now, if you see over here, you have this salary data set, right? You have this data, and using this, I am creating three data frames: df1, df2, and the df3. So let me actually go ahead and run this particular cell and create these df1, df2, and data frame 3. These data frames, these have three columns called as department name, employee number, and salary. And now you can see that these three data frames have been created, and this is how their schema looks like, right? These have department name, employee number, and the salary column. Now if I were to union these three data frames, right, in the Python, how do I do that? I can actually use this reduce function. Now this reduce function basically takes the expression. Now here the expression is nothing but the union that we need to perform. So we are performing union all operation over here, and then I am providing DFF. Now this DFF is nothing but the list of data frames that you want to do union on. So this reduce function will actually take in the two parameters right now, which is the union or the expression that you want to provide, and then it is going to take the list of data frames that you want to do union on. So if you see, I have provided my data frame 1, 2, and 3 in a list over here, and I have called it as DFF. Now remember that this reduce needs to be imported from func tools. So if you see, I have provided a statement over here to import the reduce function. Now similarly, to import the data frame as well, I have provided this import statement. Now if I go ahead and I run this particular cell, you will actually see that it starts running and it will go ahead and union all the three data frames. So if I go ahead and see my data frames over here, so it has employee number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 7, 9, 10, and 11. So it has these employee numbers, and I've created three data frames. Right now, if you go ahead and see, it will have the same employee numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, and then 10, 11 from your data frame 1. And then if I come little more down over here, then the second data frame data set is also here, then the third data frame data set is also present. So the total 27 rows have come due to the union operation. Now let us assume, right, that you want to union a data frame where one column is not present. So let's say if I go back at the top and I uncomment this particular data set that I have. Now here if you see, I have a data frame, I'm creating a data frame df2, and here my columns that I'm trying to provide is department name and employee number. It does not contain the salary column. Now if I run it, now I will have three data frames again: df1, df2, and the df3. Now df2, if you see over here, the one which is created now, will have only department name and the employee number. It will not have salary. Now if I want to union these three data frames, how do I do that? Now to do that union, what I can actually do is, if you look at command number 3, right, now again I can use this reduce function. I can provide the expression. So if you see this highlighted part, what I'm showing on the screen, again this is using reduce function itself, right? Instead it is providing the expression, which is allowing you to allow also the missing columns when you are trying to do the union, right? So this is how you can actually use the reduce function, provide the expression, and then provide the data frames, DFs. If you see over here, I have set DFs, right? So I can put in my DF1, DF2, or also DF3 for example. So let me say DF3 as well, right? So now if I go ahead and run this particular statement, you will actually see that it starts running, and I have used a lambda expression over here. In case you have not watched my previous videos on on my previous playlist on Databricks, I do recommend watching that particular playlist, because these are small things which I've already explained. What is a lambda function. Even in my Python play series, in my Python playlist, I have explained the lambda function, right? So lambda is one liner function which has no name, right? It is just called a lambda function. It takes input x comma y. So these are the input that it will take, and then what it is going to do is x dot union by name. It is taking in this inbuilt function, right? And then it is taking these parameters y, and it is saying that should I allow missing columns, right? Equal to true means that even if there are any missing columns, then also it is going to take that and then do the union. So if you see here the output, how does it look like, right? If I come over here, so you see that for the data frame 2, salary is coming as null, right? And data frame 3 again has salary, data frame 1 also has salary, but the data frame 2 output has salary column, but it is populated as null. So this is how you can also union the data even when one of the column is missing, right? Or you don't have the data for one column. Now again, the same thing if you want to do in Scala, right? In this case, you can see even for the Scala, what I'm doing, I'm creating the data frames, right? So I have this val df1, df2. So I'm taking two data frames to show you how you can use reduce function to perform the union. So if you see over here, I am using the basic import statements over here to import the SQL functions over here. And if you see, this is the normal creation of the data frames, which I've already explained in my past videos. So if you see, my data frame has two columns, number and text. So I have two data frames with two columns, number and text. So first data frame has 1 2 3, and the second data frame has 4 5 6 as the numbers. So now if you see, I create this list, right? Similar to the previous one which I showed you in Python, we were creating list of data frames, right? Similarly, I'm again creating a list over here with the data frame 1 and the data frame 2, and I'm calling it as df underscore list, right? And finally, what I'm saying is df underscore list dot reduce. I'm again using reduce function here, reduce inbuilt function, and then I'm saying inside it I'm passing the expression union, right? And the moment I do this operation, I'm assigning it to a data frame and then just doing a display. Now let me run this particular command where I am trying to create data frames in Scala and then do union using the reduced function. So let's see how the output looks like. So if you can see right now, it has run, and you can see that you have number 1 2 3 from the data frame 1, 4 5 6 from the data frame 2, and you have the corresponding text as well. So I hope you like this particular video. Do try to implement it and do hands-on on your own. And I hope you like the video, and do remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel.